You got a job. You go to work every day. You get paid every week or bi-weekly. You still don't got no money. You know what I'm saying? You pay your bills. You do what you do. You take your trips. Maybe even if you can't take your trips, you got nothing left over. You have no money. You have a job, but you're still broke. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you why. You know what I'm saying? It's not because you're lazy. It's not anything like that. It's simply because your job ain't made. When you filled out that job application, please tell me, where did it tell you on that job application that, hey, if you sign up for this job, if we hire you, we're gonna make you a rich man or a rich woman. Now, what's good, YouTube, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Reese in the Cut, and I'm back with y'all another video today. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm a 21-year-old content creator from Illinois. I do financial advice videos, motivational videos, and educational videos just like these. Now, our goal is to hit 30,000 subscribers, so if you guys want to contribute to that, smash that subscribe button for me for the one time, man. So as y'all can tell by the title, bro, you got a job, but this is the real reason why you're still broke. So first off, just what I said, man. Your job don't owe you nothing. I think one thing we forget about when we fill out that job application, the one thing that we forget, no job application says, hey, if we hire you, we're gonna make you rich. If we hire you, we're gonna take care of your bills, your lifestyle, and have more money for you to save and put up for retirement. That's one thing that they don't say. They may say, okay, we got a 401k system for you that may chip away at your bill. I mean, not at your bills, but at your paycheck a little bit. We may take a little bit out to, for retirement, or you know what I'm saying. We got a couple benefits, but they don't say anything about getting rich. And that's what a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people, we feel like we start to get entitled. You know what I'm saying? We get entitled. We feel like just because we have a job that we're supposed to have money to fund our lifestyles, pay bills, and save up for the future. And that's not, it's just not how it's gonna go. You playing the wrong game, dog. You might want to go turn on another game because that game is very unrealistic. It ain't gonna happen. So then today, so let's really get into it, right? So this is the harsh truth. A job pays you just enough to survive, not enough to escape. You're selling your hours, not building something that earns you while you sleep. And that's the first reason why you have no money, even after you didn't went to work every single day of the week. You might even work 6-7 days a week, 80-90 hours a week. You still don't have any money left over after your bills. After you do what you want to do, you don't have no money left. Simple as that. Number two, you dependent on that one source of income. Like I said at the beginning of the video, when you fill out that job application, where did it say that this one source of income is gonna make you rich, or we're gonna give you all the money that you need? You know what I'm saying? Well, not the money that you need, but all the money that you want. They're gonna give you what you need to pay your bills, cause that's all the job is gonna do at the end of the day. It's only gonna give you just enough money just to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? One paycheck, one boss, one company, right? And if that whole thing goes left, you can, let's say, you know, okay, one source of income is one boss, one company, one job, literally. If it goes left, that's not security. That's not security, that's control. If that one source of income leaves, you're done. You're done. Bills not paid, eviction notices coming. You can't even eat. That, a lot of people, they like to call that security. What is secure about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get, like, a lot of people always say, like, always make sure you have a stable source of income. How is that? Like, don't get me wrong, it comes to a certain extent. That's not security. If you think about it, that's control. Do you want to be controlled or do you want to be secure? Ain't nothing wrong with working a job, but you want to be controlled or be secure. Because last time I checked, if that job gets cut off, you're done. Everything that you got going on collapses right along with the job. Right? Simple as that. Number three. You've been trained to be a consumer, not a creator. Because why? Because the job, they want you there every single week. You're there every single week, right? That you just consuming. You consuming so much. You consuming somebody else's dream. You know what I'm saying? You working. You know, you doing your computer work, or you at your warehouse, or you flipping your burgers. You know what I'm saying? You're making somebody else's dream come true, and they're thanking you. They're thanking you, dog. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, 4. Well, no, not 4, actually. So, from the day one, we still on number 3. From day one, school taught you to work and to spend, not to invest or build. That's why simply they always say the rich get richer. The rich are gonna continue to get rich because they preying on dependent people. Like I said in the last video, they're preying on overly dependent people. There's nothing wrong with being independent and dependent, but if you're just dependent, they're preying on you, dog. They know you can't go anywhere. They know if you quit, how your bills gonna get paid, how you gonna eat, how you gonna buy clothes for whatever you need to do. Simple as that. So this is the turning point. This is the breakthrough. This is the rise and climax, right? I just told you what you need to hear. Now, you know what I'm saying? Let's start to move towards the solution, the resolution process, right? So first off, stop thinking your job is your identity. At the end of the day, your job is not your identity. Your job is not your entire life. A lot of people get it messed up. They think that this job is my entire life. This is not your entire. This is not your identity. You know what I'm saying? When you pull out your ID, whose name does it say on that on that ID, right? Does it say Walmart? Does it say Kroger? Does it say McDonald's? Does it say this or that, right? No, it says your name. First off, get that to your mind. So that's not your identity, right? That's just a little hint to start that business or start something up on your own. You know what I'm saying? Ownership, because that got your name on it, right? That's just a little hint, though. Y'all ain't hear that from me. So yeah, your job is simply your foundation. That is what your job is. What is a foundation for the people in the back? A foundation is simply just like your source of income to be able to fund something, right? You ever had somebody that had a sponsorship, right? That's a foundation. You know what I'm saying? You ever had somewhere like, oh, we're sponsored by so-and-so so we can do certain things. You know, it may be, you may have, a company may sponsor another company to get that extra revenue to be able to buy extra things. You know what I'm saying? So just use your job as a sponsor. Your job is simply, just think of it like a sponsorship. That's simply all your job is. It's like, okay, this job is sponsoring me and giving me the money I need to keep my bills paid, to keep my lights on. But it's up to me to go outside of my job and to get the real stuff that I need and the real stuff that I want. Like being able to put up for retirement, be able to take care of my lifestyle, be able to do more in a, you know what I'm saying? Those things. Your job is just simply just your foundation, bro. It's not your future, right? It's your foundation that sets you up for your future. Don't when you go into the 9-to-5 system, don't ever lose track. Don't ever lose track of the main outcome, the end goal. Well, not the end goal, but your future. I will say that. Never lose track of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people lose track of it, right? It's, you know, it's to set you up for your future. It's to fund your freedom, not your lifestyle. You have to remember your job, your 9-to-5 job is not to fund your lifestyle, your trips. You know what I'm saying? You putting up for the future. It's not supposed to support that. These jobs, we all know these jobs only pay just enough just to keep the lights on. Simply, dog. I don't care. Because, and then even if you make a lot of money at your 9-to-5, you're probably gonna be living somewhere that's nice. So it doesn't matter. You can say in the comment section all you want to, well, my job pays me $35 an hour. Well, you probably live somewhere that requires you to make $35 an hour. Am I wrong? Right? Or even worse, you know what I'm saying? If you're only making $15 an hour, right? You're probably living somewhere that requires you to make $15 an hour. Doesn't matter. Wherever you are working, your bills are taking most of it probably. Unless you're probably one of those people, you know what I'm saying, you're making a lot of money and you know how to live below your means, that's fine. This video may not apply to you. But most of us, our jobs are only paying us enough just to keep the lights on, simply. And that's why we should look at these jobs as our foundation. Never give your all to a job, bro, because they're not giving all to you. They're just making sure your lights simply stay on. They're not making sure that, you know what I'm saying, you can put food in your mouth, clothes, take a couple trips, and actually live your life. They're not making sure that. They're not taking care of you. It's up for you to take care of yourself and look out for yourself on the outside. Simply. Right? So, another thing. Build income that doesn't depend on clocking in, dog. I don't care. Because like I always say, whether it's content creation, freelancing, selling digital products, or investing, simply, dog, you need money that flows when you're not working. Because we all know once you clock into that job and once you clock out, it's cut. It's done. It's done. That means that you have to physically take your body back to wherever you are just to in order to get money flow. See, these other things like content creation and freelancing and investing and things like that, it's like, you know, all that type of stuff, it could be done anywhere. You have to come to a certain time and point where you can make money anywhere and doing anything, right? You should not, if you're on a trip, you should not have to travel 800 miles just to come back to one particular place just so you can hit that punch and clock just for the money to be running up. And that was leading me to my next thing, trading the time for money. It has to come to a certain point. You cannot trade the time for money. The ratio never gonna ratio. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all kind of get what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? You know, because when you simply trade your time for money, you're gonna have to do 60, 80, 90 hours every single week just to see that consistent pay rate that you used to seeing. You know what I'm saying? And then once you like, okay, well maybe I'm a little tired now and I just want to go back to 40 from 80. You're gonna see that major drop. You're gonna start getting discouraged, you're gonna start getting irritated, and now you got that mindset, bro. If I don't clock 80 hours, bro, I'm not gonna see this big amount of money. And that has to come to a point in time because the older you get, somebody in the comment section, they gonna say the older you get, you're not gonna be able to clock 80 hours a week. You're not going to be able to do it. Trust me, bro. I don't give a fuck who you think you are, how tough you think you are. You're not going to be able to clock 80 hours every single week. 7 days a week, bro. That's 7 days a week. Who is working 7 days a week and happy? I want to know. Somebody tag them in the comment section. What am I missing here? Who's working 80 hours a week and they're happy? I don't know not one person. Because while you had no days off to yourself, you did nothing. You went nowhere but house and home. But hey, it's your life. It's your choice. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to motivate and educate. You feel what I'm saying? And then you have to learn the money game, dog. You got to learn the money game. Literally. Y'all got to use these 9 to 5s to set yourself up, bro. Don't worry about trying to look rich. Don't worry about trying to look rich, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Just use that money to buy you some time. That's literally all we doing. And what I mean by buy you some time is, once you figure out what you want to start doing, like once you found like a consistent investing tactic, maybe your content is booming, maybe your online business is booming, your side hustle is booming, whatever you then found, once that start booming, cut your hours from your job, little by little. I didn't say quit. I'll never tell my supporters to quit, ever. I'm not gonna lead you guys down the wrong path, but I will set you guys up for greatness. As you start, you know what I'm saying, getting consistent numbers and start making more money, basically that's buying you time. So once you start making money on the back end, consistent, you know what I'm saying, you gotta know your bills, know your lifestyle, know what you up against. Think it strategically. But what you want to do is once you start making that money, slowly start cutting your hours. You know what I'm saying? Slowly start cutting your hours. If you've been working 80 hours a week, cut it to 60. And then the more money you make, cut it to 50, cut it to 40. Then go part-time if you can. If you can't, and if that job don't let you go part-time, find another job that you can go part-time. It's basically that's what leverage is, and that's the game that the rich people play. They play the game of leverage, and that's how you soon start to escape the system. You guys see what I'm saying? You never quit your job, because at the end of the day, your job is that sponsorship that you need. It's that foundation that you need at the beginning to help you buy the freedom. Your 9 to 5 is supposed to be the thing that buys you the freedom that you need. Because at the end of the day, I feel like we all got nice and bright, shiny ideas, but we need the time to do it. We need the time to think. We need the time to actually put them into action. A lot of you guys got $1 million ideas, but you guys are at work so much. You guys are 80 hours a week. 60, 40 hours a week, and you coming home, you tired, you don't want to do anything else. But that's why I said, go through it. Work the job and do what you got to do at the same time. You got to go through the tough, rough process. We all got to do it. But I'm simply saying, dog, trust me, dog, this is going to work. This has to work. The more money you start to make, just start cutting those hours, because soon it's going to come to a time that it's going to overshadow everything. You start making so much money, and then bam, but you got to know your situation. You got to be smart. Don't say I'm leading you down the wrong path. You got to know when to quit. You got to know when to quit. Simply. I don't know your situation. I only know mine. You feel what I'm saying? You got to know when to call it a quits. Like, okay, I can go full time. I made enough money. I got the strategy down. I got it all down packed. I know what I got to do. And then bam, you free. Simple as that. It's literally just basically your side hustle is work until your side hustle becomes full time. Yeah, simple as that. Your side hustle is your side hustle until it becomes work. Simple. That's really it. It's really you just finding stuff on the side and you just brainstorming and never, ever, ever becoming complacent and comfortable. Simple as that, dog. That's really all this video is really just saying. And remember, you're not broke because you're lazy. You just need more time to do the things that you need to do. So that's why I'm telling you, use your 9 to 5 as that foundation. Just look at it like it's a sponsorship. Simply, dog. And once you do that, bro, you're going to be able to start building the wealth. You're going to be able to start, having more free time to do the things that you need to do. And that fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? You know how good it would feel not to be able to say that, hey, I do something. I make money from something that I love on a day-to-day basis. Whether business gets slow, whether business is fast, I love it. Right? So yeah, thank you guys for listening to me today. You know what I'm saying? Sorry the video was a little bit, a little rugged today, but hey, we getting better. I'm still perfecting my craft and stuff. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I be getting caught up in so much that I'll be talking, and I'll be like, hold on, let me make sure they can understand it. Cause you know what I'm saying? I'll be talking these are talks like I have my homeboy Trey or something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all know I'll be back with more content. Y'all know I love it, so man. Hey,